Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a lovely Audi S5 in the workshop. It's having some maintenance, so we're going to be carrying out a full service and inspection for this car. We use genuine parts for this. We just thought we'd just vlog a little procedure and what we do for servicing these cars. As you know, we service all the cars which we tune, so all your S models, Golf Rs, RS cars, AMGs, Porsches, M cars, so near enough the full German range which we service. But let's have a quick look at this one. Lovely bit of kit, this car. So the owner of this car runs a detailing company, really good at what he does. This is, I think, the third car which he's owned and he's brought into us for some work. So the first car he had was a BMW Z4, the 2-litre turbo version, which we put our P Stage 1 ECU tune on it, and it also had a handling package as well. That was a cracking bit of kit, that was, looked really nice. And then he had a Audi TTS, the 2-litre turbo, which had a PE ECU and TCU tune, plus anyone who's watched the last vlog of the intake system, it was running the intake system which we tested. Did some really good numbers, that car. Sure, it was around about what we usually expect, around about the 385 horsepower. And then this is his latest model. Really nice bit of kit, this. Yes, really nice. The Audis, and one thing which this owner does like in all his cars, he has the red interior. So his TTS was blue with a red interior, and his Z4 was white, also with a red interior. And this one's really smart. Nice bit of kit. Got a carbon interior as well. Really nice. But this engine is the turbocharged V6 version, so it sounds pretty throaty. I don't think the camera will be picking it up, but it does sound really good. Yes, does sound really good. So aim is just to vlog what gets carried out on a service. So cars in the workshop, on the ramp, and having a full service and inspection today. All genuine Audi parts which we've got for today. So we've got oil, ignore the fact that's a 20 litres, but this car takes the latest long life for 0W20, pretty special oil this. And then we've got air filter, oil filter, spark plugs, cabin filter, and then we'll obviously do the inspection. But let me just quickly go over this car, because it's pretty trick, this car. Got a pretty, it's obviously a hot V6, so the turbo is sat within the V, as you can see. Yeah, it looks fairly compact, and there's a lot of piping everywhere, but most modern cars these days look like that. But if you just take a look here, that's what a turbo is. That's a pretty large turbo, to be fair. And then just having a quick look at this, anyone that ever worked on Porsches will realise these are the same exhaust studs as what's on the latest Porsches, but on the Porsches they become heavily corroded within a couple of miles. But yeah, okay, so we'll probably start off with the spark plugs first. As you can see here, well, you can't even see them, but yeah, spark plugs are there. And obviously we've got oil filter, air filter, another set of spark plugs, 3 either side. So yeah, we'll crack on with that first. Forgot to mention as well, this particular car takes 7.25 litres, so yeah, you're either going to have to get a big 20 litre or 2.5 litres, because I don't believe they actually do little 1 litres for these. Yeah, this oil is incredibly expensive, but it offers quite a few rather interesting lubrication properties and cooling properties, and it's even helps with the fuel economy as well. So latest fuel, this will probably be used in most of the modern engines, I would say, from like maybe 18, 19 plate onwards. So yeah, 7.25 litres. Just want to quickly show you this, because take a look at the colour of this. It's kind of like a bluey stroke greeny color. Yeah, it's really strange to see OEM oil like this, but it looks pretty good. Usually, obviously, fresh oil looks quite like golden syrupy color, but yeah, this looks a little bit different, but yeah. So once the pipe is off for the airbox, which is here, we've got this little bracket which contains a lot of the harness in it. It just pops out, so you just pull it and it's sat on these parts by here. Two little rubber mounts, just pull it out and then we can pop out the coil packs. It's a little bit fiddly, but once the connectors are off, just pull it out a little bit, and it's a case of just like turning it and pulling it out. But the middle one's a little bit difficult, but perfectly doable. But if you have a quick look there, we've got this rubber, or this foam I should say, just a little foam piece. You can see it's breaking down a little bit and it's just going all into just around the actual port. So what I'm going to do is quickly just hoover that out, make sure nothing goes into the cylinders. But yeah, it's like it all around, to be honest with you. The thing with rubber, over time when it just gets hot it becomes brittle. But yeah, get all that hoovered out, get the spark plugs out, and then we'll carry on with the rest. Onto the other side, pretty similar to the driver's side, but we've got, as you can see here, we've got a little locating pin there, and then we've got a locating pin there which sits on here. So little rubber tab, just pull it down, it'll slide out, and then again same, just sat on these little rubber locators. Once that's out, you can do the same as the other side. Disconnect the connector from the coil pack, and then it's just a case of jiggling it around. But as you can see, this actual bracket, quite a chunky bracket with the main harness to the ECU, you don't need to remove it. It's just a case of pulling it and just moving it out the way. So just thought I'd quickly mention, just replaced all the spark plugs, and it takes a 14mm socket, which is quite rare for a spark plug. Most of them are 16mm, but this is one which I use for N55s and S55s from the BMWs, or to be honest with you, most of the BMWs. It's really, really narrow. But yeah, it's a 14mm socket, fits in lovely. So now we've got next thing to do. While this pipe is off for the air filter, we'll remove the air filter. It's going to be what we got, 1 2 3 4 5 6 T20 torque bits, and then 9 times out of 10 this air filter just twists out. But yeah, we'll do that now. So just took the air box out and have a look how much debris is in this. This car, I believe, is just turned 50k. This is probably going to be a second service, but yeah, a lot of debris, so just keep on top of replacing these, and you can see here. But in order to take this air filter out, we've got a little tab at the back, just slide it through and then can rotate it out. Look at that. 10 horsepower right by there lost. So in the middle of doing this S5, and a car of ours just popped up, Audi SQ5, brand new 2020 plate. This has been running our PE stage 1 tune for quite a while now, but I thought while it's in, let's just give a quick feature. Lovely colour. What was the colour on this called again? What was it? Quantum grey. Yes, quantum grey. So it's kind of like a bit of a refreshed modern take of Nardo grey. I hope the camera picked it up. But yeah, lovely bit of kit, really nice spec on it as well. But yeah, this car made some really good numbers. Mega torque, mega power, 3 litre twin turbo diesel. And if you have a look inside, really nice cabin. The latest Audis have got really nice interiors, all the carbon fibre bits, virtual cockpit and everything. But have a little listen to this. 3 litre diesel, but it's got a really throaty sound to it. Obviously, a lot of it is just amplified within the car, the speakers, but for what it is, it sounds like a mini baby V8, baby V6. sounds quite nice. But I remember when I started doing development on the previous SQ5, they had a pretty tasty sounding exhaust, and this one sounds really good as well. Nice bit of kit. But also, another one of our cars just turned up. Another one of our cars just turned up, a M235i. So needs a bit of a clean. But this is running our PE Stage 2 tune, just over 400 horsepower, 600 newton meters. We've done quite a bit with this, put all the carbon interior into this, but yeah, nice bit of kit. But let's crack on. Next up is the oil. So this car takes the latest VW Audi oil Long Life 4 0W20. But what I'm going to do, always leave the cap off just to let it all, the pressure, release the pressure. And then we've got the oil filter, probably going to be a 32mm, and then underneath we'll drain out the oil. So underneath the car now, we've got the under tray, and there's quite a few little bolts to take off, but we've got T20s, which are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this part, and then we've got these little pop-out clips, so you just get a little flat head screwdriver and just be able to prise that out of there. And then we've got some more here, again T20s, and then we've got a 13mm here, a couple of T20s, and then here we've got a T30, I believe, which just runs along the front. So once they're all removed, we'll be able to get the engine sump. But yeah, just having a quick look. Going to be a ZF gearbox on this, so we're just having a quick browse on servicing these. They're probably going to be very, very similar to what it is like on the BMWs. Yeah, pretty clean car underneath. Nice. So we'll get this all drained, and then all we got left then is a cabin filter. And I'll just run you through a few lot of things which I check on the inspection. So quickly, just want to mention, right, that I've left this part of the under tray on because it's only for covering up the transmission, and then we've just done this side. So yeah, it's just mainly a couple of T20s, T30s, 13mm, but then you've also got here, you've got a little T27 on that side, and then you've got one there, and then the under tray will come down, and we can get right at the sump plug, which is probably going to be a maybe T40. So the engine sump plug is a T45. Yeah, it takes quite a lot of fluid. This it's around, I think it's 7.25. I think it is. I'll quickly check. But yeah, obviously remember to dispose of your oil correctly. But yeah, leave this drain and then put the oil filter back in. So air filter's out. It was a 32mm to undo that, but remember you've got the O-ring which sits in this groove on the bottom. So just use like a little flat head screwdriver. So fresh O-ring and new oil filter. Bit of a robust filter this is. Nice, a little bit different on the top, but yeah, just slots in and then fit it back to the car. So now all the hardware is being fitted. Got to do the cabin filter as well, but it's easier when the car's off the ramp because we need to open the door fully. Next thing to do is the inspection. So with the inspection, the main things to check is obviously the safety stuff. So making sure that the tyres have got all good tread, wearing evenly, no nails and stuff in the tyres. Check the tyre pressures as well, and obviously check the brake pads all around, making sure there's enough good material left on them, a lot of life, making sure there's no lips on the discs as well. And then underneath, it's just a case of checking the brake lines, fuel lines, making sure the exhaust is all secure, making sure all the bushes are all okay, springs and dampers, nothing's leaking. Just so a full check over the car, make sure it's as you'd expect. And then for underneath the engine bay, it was just a case of just checking everything, making sure nothing's disconnected, no splits in any of the major components. But yeah, get all that sorted and then do the cabin filter. So last but not least is the cabin filter, which on the A5s or S5s in the UK, they're on the passenger side. So first thing to do is put the seat back. On the A5s they go pretty far back, so it gives you enough space. And then, quite simple on here, but where are we? So we've got this one tab there, this one tab there. They literally just pop out, and then this is just a little bit of a foam piece which slides out like so. And then see if we can get under here. We've got this part here. That is where the cabin filter is situated, and then all we've got is just here. We've got one tiny T15 Torx bit, so we'll do that, and then we can just pop this out. So today is turning into a Audi RS S day, because we just got this lovely RS3 in today. We've had this car in before for we installed some lowering springs to it, and you can see how amazing it sits. Such a lovely colour this. But yeah, we installed some lowering springs on this previously, and today it's in for oil change and Haldex. But yeah, what a lovely RS3, sounds the business as well. Yes, lovely. But just have a look. It's got a rather cool intake system on this, which you don't see very often. It's American brand, integrated engineering. So we used this system previously when we had a Edition 35 as a demo. We used this intake system before, but yeah, let me see if I can get it here. Lovely bit of kit in the carbon fibre there, but just look at the size of it. Don't know what size diameter that is, maybe 3.5 inch, maybe 4. But it's absolutely huge. But yeah, this car is going to be going up on the ramp in just a little bit of time. But yeah, that looks the business. So just finished servicing the S5, just took it for a quick test drive, and it drives lovely as you'd expect. It's a really nice smooth motor, this car. You kind of got that luxury executive feel with the performance as well, so it's a good car. And obviously if we tune it, it makes a whole world of difference with this car. But if you've got a German vehicle which you want tuning, or you want obviously the maintenance side of it, please get in touch, because I can help you out with that. Whether you want genuine parts or non-genuine but good quality parts, or obviously upgraded parts for your service, just get in touch and I'll do my best to help you out. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, and see you on the next one.